The video just froze.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's great. It's going to be a good one. You can already tell.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. Welcome back, everybody. This is Two Teas in a Pod. I'm Tony,
And I'm Tralana.
and it's been a while.
You sound so chipper.
You know, I love this podcast. I love spending time with you. I love getting to share stories, but man, sometimes it just when things don't work, they don't work. Like this is the third laptop that we've recorded this podcast on within 6 months. And with each new and improved laptop, it's a worse and worse experience setting it up. I don't understand it. Like, I'm pretty sure the audio is going to come through and it's going to be garbage. Like, I don't know why. The original laptop that we used to record on, my old laptop, was awesome. Crystal clear audio, the mics worked, there was never a problem. Then my gaming laptop came, which is even more powerful, and there's a mismatch in the frequency, the mics don't work. So then I'm like, all right, I bought for Christmas, the wife got a new laptop, and um which is what we're on now. And this has been a nightmare. I've been trying to set this up for like 45 minutes. And
At least. I feel like maybe more.
you guys have to get on a plane in 2 hours.
Yes.
But we haven't done one in a while. We
It's been
took
a
a little
month.
hiatus because holidays and stuff, and we were kind of sick of doing remote ones. And
Well,
you know,
and ironically, we actually saw each other every weekend this past month, so they wouldn't have had to been remote. It's just there was so much going on and
right?
we just couldn't get to them. So then we're like, oh, we'll do a remote one. And then we were like, but we don't want to do remote.
And then I last trip out there, I left
Well,
my
yeah.
laptop bag sitting on the floor,
Yeah.
and you know we couldn't do it. I didn't have the equipment, so we're gonna make this probably won't be a full hour. This might be just a little update, a little Christmas update, what we've been up to, what we're doing. Uh, sharing the happiness of our today when this is being recorded is our 6 month wedding anniversary. So,
Yay.
and we celebrated this weekend, which was great. And we just want to make sure we threw something together because, like we want to be semi regular. We've been pretty regular up till now,
Yeah, up until a month ago, it was
every
every week.
week. So we want to get back on schedule for the new year and all that fucking shit. Fucking man. So annoyed.
It feels weird because like the camera's so high that it's like a nut like my eyes are just gonna look like my eyes are closed the whole time.
It is high, but see, the reason it's so high is because I want to make sure that we get the beautiful artwork in the background, but also blocking other things and framing us. I mean, high is if it's lower and then this cuts off and then we got to go further back. And then one of the critiques that I got was it feels like we're too far away.
Mm.
So I wanted to make sure that it was as, as intimate as it could be. This is a conversation.
With me sleeping because it looks like my eyes are closed.
Oh, yeah, so what?
Great conversation.
Yeah. I prefer to have conversations with you when your eyes are closed. So it's 6 months, and we went out to a wonderful dinner. Just come back, bring it back. Remember the dinner. That's half of it's still in the fridge.
It's not half of it.
Went to a lovely little steakhouse, Gibson's, which is in the Chicagoland. It's a wonderful place. That was fun.
Mhm.
And Christmas was great. Uh, had our own little Christmas. We haven't had a podcast since Christmas, since before Christmas.
It's been a month.
Okay.
Literally the beginning of December is the last podcast.
Okay. So we had a great Christmas. Um, we kind of had to celebrate it on on our own time because we wanted to make sure everybody was
I don't even know.
present.
Yeah. So, no, I was just trying to think of when the last podcast was. So it was like
Okay.
right after
So you
Thanksgiving.
didn't have to interrupt.
Oh, no, I did
Okay.
because you deserve it.
All right. So we had to make sure that everybody was present, with the distance and then
I interrupted
perfect.
because
No, no. Go ahead.
I'm going to do it again because you're explaining that we had to do the Christmas on our own time.
Yeah, I
And
know.
do we need to end this so that I can beat you up? Or,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
anyways, I was going to add that the reason we had to do it on our own time is because, like, I got extra time at Thanksgiving so that we could have our Thanksgiving together. And so I had to give up time at Christmas. So that was what was the finagling of all of that
Yes.
to make it so then we had to
Well, I mean, that
move.
was part of the explanation I was going to give, but
We weren't getting there.
you didn't give me a chance.
I mean, you had 2 shots.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So we had a wonderful Christmas. I think it was wonderful. Now I'm starting to question everything. And Thanksgiving, obviously. We had a great Thanksgiving. Um and then yeah, we've had a lot of time together, which has been great. Um like I'd say it almost feels like a official marriage. Like we've been
No, it
together for
doesn't.
so not so much.
No, it doesn't.
Well, no, there is no substitute for actually living together and being with each other 24/7. That obviously there's no substitute, but it has been a lot more than than previously.
Yeah.
And I've only tried to kill you like twice.
Mm, I don't know. Now you're saying you talk to me while I'm sleeping, so who knows what you're saying and doing.
I'm whispering in your ear.
Sure.
You think that water in the bathtub that was going to be
My demise.
your demise.
Mm.
Oh, the
Anyways,
tub's all full. That was funny.
wasn't my fault.
I
Fucking
no, it's
weirdo.
not your fault, but it's like the first thing I would have checked is, well, is the thing down? Oh yeah.
My bathtub doesn't work that way. Sorry.
You don't have a stopper on your drain?
No. You have to use like a plastic thing, like a you put it there's
Oh,
a
you have like a plungery thing on it? Oh,
mm,
yeah.
so that's why my brain didn't go there. Also, who puts that down ever unless you're taking a fucking bath? Anyways,
I don't know how it went down. You were the last person to take a shower.
you took a shower before me. It had to
Right.
have
So
gone
you
down.
were
Your
the
water,
last person to take a
some of
shower.
your water. Why are we talking about this on the podcast? Anyways, we talk about the dumbest shit. Anyways, you were the last person to take a shower. When I went in there, some of your water was still there, and then it filled up while I was showering. Yes. So it had to have happened during your shower and bled over into mine.
Anyways,
Scintillating.
scintillating conversation. Well, what would you like to talk about?
I mean, I thought we were doing an update about everything that's happened in the last month, not bathtub water.
Go ahead. Kick it off.
Okay. So we were part of that whole Southwest fiasco of all the canceled flights,
Fuck Southwest.
and it was a dumpster fire. So, like we said, we've had the blessing or whatever of this past month. We got to see each other every
What
weekend.
do you mean, whatever? So,
Whatever word you want to put there.
oh, you made it sound like that it wasn't a blessing.
No, it's the blessing or like whatever, like if you don't like that word, whatever word you would put there that indicates that we were thankfully able to see each other every month, every weekend for that month. So, because Christmas was such a like dumpster fire thrown together, everybody was everywhere situation, when I was done my when my school closed for the holiday break, I flew out that night to Tony because Giuseppe, my son, had to be with his dad because I had to trade time. So I flew out here and got to spend actual Christmas with Tony and Nicholas because Nicholas ended up being here too, although we didn't think he was going to be at the time. So, anyways, so the three of us got to be together for that long weekend. I was supposed to fly home on Monday and pick Giuseppe up and come back. And then Monday, we were out running errands. Everything was fine and blissful and whatever. And I was like, oh, yeah, what time is my flight? Because, like, there's been plenty of times that my flight gets delayed by like an hour or whatever. Like, shenanigans have happened. It's not usually a big deal. But I was like, let me see what's happening. Is it on time? Whatever. And I log into my Southwest app. And first of all, it took like 3 years to load. And then it says that my flight is canceled. So I immediately start having a heart attack, and
And then I came to the rescue.
not yet. I
Oh,
wasn't there
sorry.
yet. And then I was like, there's got to be a mistake. And then,
Gotta be a mistake.
I mean, clearly, there's got to be a mistake.
Well, at the time we didn't know what was going on with Southwest.
No, because like there was that winter storm that happened like
Right.
right like while I was here, but it wasn't
But it was
really
nothing. At that
anything.
point in time, it was nothing.
It was it I mean, all the way around it was really nothing for us.
I remember we
Like
were sitting there, we're like, wow, they're really preemptively taking this seriously, like with these storms that are supposed to
yeah,
come.
because
Like,
even when I flew out to you on that Wednesday, it was like, "Oh, you can change your flight because it might be impacted by whatever that storm's name was, like Storm Eric or something." I don't fucking know. Whatever it was called, like Winter Storm Eric. I don't know. It did have a name. I don't know what it was.
who knows?
But anyways, like whatever its name was, like it was wreaking havoc already, supposedly, preemptively, when I flew out on Wednesday. So when I was supposed to fly home, like there was nothing stopping us from moving freely about the cabin here. So like I didn't think that my flight would be canceled, whatever. So when I logged in, it said canceled. I had a heart attack. I logged out, logged back in. It took another 3 years to load again. Still said canceled. I made you check because I'm like, clearly something's wrong with my app and my phone and like
Yeah,
whatever. Because,
must be the phone.
somehow you doing it would make it different. Then you did it. Same. And then you were like, "Well, I guess we're driving to Pennsylvania." And that's where you came in.
I saved the day.
You did.
I took no hesitation. I was like, all right, let's
Yeah.
get on the road.
Yeah. So we were at the grocery store and we literally like came home. I checked again because, something had changed. And I was just in disbelief. So like I just kept checking because I was like, clearly this is like some kind of weird twisted joke. I don't know. So I checked again, like it still said canceled. So then I like called Giuseppe to make sure that in case he heard about any flight cancellations or anything, because like he has anxiety and whatever. So I didn't want him to hear that and think that I wasn't coming for him or anything like that. So I called him, let him know that we were just going to drive out and get him instead of fly out and get him.
And that's
So
what we did.
so then we spent the next 26 hours,
Well,
25
so
hours,
let's put it into perspective. So we left here at what, 3 in the afternoon ish?
somewhere between 2 and 3, yeah.
Let's say 2. We got there by 1 or
2
2
in
in
the
the
morning
morning.
because we also had to make a lovely detour. We couldn't just drive the 10 hours straight to my house. We had to detour down to BWI Airport in Baltimore
Right.
to pick up my car because that's where my car was, and I can't just leave my car there endlessly. Um, so we had to go to the airport, pick up my car, or else we would have been to my house by like 1 in the morning, and then finally get to my house by 2 in the morning, take a quick siesta because I couldn't pick Giuseppe up until 6 in the morning from his
Basically,
dad.
we didn't really. I think I slept for maybe an hour. You might have slept, if that, an hour.
Yeah, I think we all kind of slept for 1 to 2-ish hours. Um, so then I got up, went and picked up Giuseppe while you stayed in bed, like, pretending to sleep, and then I went and got him, came back, we loaded back into the car, and drove back out here, but we couldn't just drive straight the 10 hours
No.
to here. We had to drive an extra hour. past here to pick up Ian so that we could have all the children for Christmas and then turn around and come back here. So till it was all said and done, we spent like 23
It was like it
hours of
was like
26 in a car.
23, 24 hours out of 26
Yeah,
driving.
in the car
Uh,
driving, just taking
and then
turns.
four days later,
We did it again.
we did it again.
So I was only able to have Giuseppe from Tuesday to Friday because of our like custody circumstances. So then on Friday, we did it again. Like, well, we had already taken Ian home Thursday night, so, like, at least that portion was not on the same day, but Friday morning, we had to leave by 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't even remember, did we leave at 4:30? I feel like we left at 4:30. I don't even know.
Something along those lines.
So we left at, like, 4:30 in the morning to drive back to Pennsylvania and get Giuseppe back to his dad on time, and then you stayed with me in Pennsylvania for
And then
New
I
Year's and
drove.
everything, and then you had to drive back by yourself.
And yeah, I think that stint we put over 3,000 miles on my car.
At least
Yeah, in that
in a week.
week-ish.
Yeah.
Like I already like I just got an oil change like a month ago.
Oh,
I
do
need
it again.
I need another one.
Yeah,
Even though the sticker says I'm good till March.
you're not good till
I'm
March.
not good till March.
Especially since you're driving back out to me this upcoming weekend.
I know.
So yeah,
I know.
your poor car.
Well, God bless that lifetime warranty, Kia.
Yes.
I'm gonna go through 2 engines and 3 transmissions. I'm gonna make that warranty worth it
Yeah,
that
for
I
sure.
paid extra for.
For sure.
I'm uh so not to like uh, take a complete left turn, even though
Well,
I
you're
went
pointing
like
right,
this.
so yeah,
Well, their left, my right.
sure.
Uh, I don't know if we talked about this when on a podcast,
Okay.
when we came back from our wedding vacation, but I want to revisit it because it sort of came up this weekend and I wanted to talk about it and I wanted to get people, if anybody's watching or listening, I want their point of
Opinions?
view.
Sure.
When we went to Florida and then we got married and had our little vacation,
6
I
months ago
6
to
months
the day.
to the day. I'm not very fluent with places to go in Florida. I mean, I know a couple places, but
Oh, now I
I,
know where you're
you
going.
know where I'm going with this. So I wanted to pick a really nice restaurant. I'm like, what is the best? I think I literally Googled best steakhouse or best restaurant in Florida. Okay.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that's what I did. And I got a steakhouse that just so happens to be attached to like a nicer resort hotel thing. Okay, fine. And we went there and uh I have COVID face, so my sense of smell and taste is not that great. So, but apparently the place reeked of old people.
I thought it smelled like a musty basement,
A musty basement. The kids were saying old people, whatever. I don't know.
which maybe
Maybe
they're
that's
one and the
true.
same, I don't know, but
And the food was good. I mean, it was steak. You either could do a steak or you can't. They
mhm.
did a good steak. It was good. But then it's like everybody around us, and this was like a very like it even said uh on the website or whatever, because I looked at the pictures, I was like, oh, this is a really nice place. It's like, dress it, appropriately, suits, jackets, things like that. I felt like we owned the place. Like we were dressed like nicer clothes. You're in your
Well, I was
wedding
gonna say we were
dress.
still in our, like, wedding
I'm still
attire,
in my
yeah.
right, but we didn't even dress up that much. But there's people wearing the cargo shorts and flip flops, and that table next to us with the screaming kids. Why would you bring like 6-year-old kids to a steakhouse?
So, the only thing that I can think, and I said it the other day, well, like, 2 things. 1, I think when people are on vacation, they, like, go more casual, and I think because it was attached to a hotel, even though it was, like, a nice hotel and blah, 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 like, I think people take it less seriously for those 2 reasons, like, they're on vacation, so they just wanna be, like, chill and
Disgusting.
yeah, and, like, whatever I mean, like, I like getting dressed up, like, it's one of, like, my favorite things to do, like, I like finding random reasons to get dressed up, like and at home, they even do, like, adult homecoming and stuff like that, and I told you, like, if we can ever make the timing work with all of
Oh
our
yeah,
stuff,
I would totally
I
go.
would love to go to the adult homecoming because they do, like, a best dressed and, like, all kinds of stuff, and with the way that me and you like to, like, dress up and match and do all of our, like, over the top things, I feel like we would definitely win. Um, Not that I'm competitive at all about that, but I like to get dressed up and
Yeah.
do those kinds of
Well,
things. So for me, going on vacation and then getting dressed up to go somewhere fancy would be great. But I'm sure for other people, they feel like, oh, I'm on vacation. I want to wear, just cargos and a polo and some flip flops or whatever to this 5-star restaurant.
see, I look at it from a perspective of someone made those reservations.
Mhm.
They knew what they were getting into. You don't, like you check the menu out, you see, let's say they were on vacation. And I even said they probably were staying at that hotel, if anything,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Wouldn't it be customary to bring
A nice
a
outfit.
nice outfit?
Yeah.
And you're staying there, so there's no excuse to me. Like, I guess the overarching point is like at what point when did people change? Do you remember you look at pictures from 40, 50 years ago? Men walking down the street in suits with their hats. Everybody from the lower middle class, to up like everybody you dress nice, you go out, put on your Sunday best, kids. We're going to Sears. Like, it was an event. You went out of the house, you dressed nice, you go do your thing. At what point did that change? At what point did pajamas
Well, and I was just gonna tie it into that. Like, I think we had that conversation the other day about how, like, me and you don't leave the house in sweatpants. Like, we've both done it now, like, a couple times because we're gonna be driving for 20 some hours or whatever. So we've done it in sweatpants, but, like, even then when we're, like, going into the rest stop and, like, filling up the gas and whatever, we both feel, like, really
Yeah,
weird and
I don't like
uncomfortable.
feeling like a scumbag.
Right. So, I think that me and you were just raised in such a way that, like, that's not how you leave the house, but, like, I think that the way that people like, those kinds of, like I don't wanna say morals because I don't know that that's, like, a moral, but, like
Shame.
yeah, like, those kinds of
Just
values, though, like, because
where's the shame?
well, because it's like you're representing your family when you go out in public, and, so whether it's because you have sweatpants on or because you're dressed like a hobo at a five-star restaurant or whatever it is, like, you're representing yourself and your family and whatever when you do those things. So, like, I take pride in the way that I represent myself, and like, even now, like, it's not like it's reflecting back on, like, my mom or anything, like, now I'm reflecting on me and you, like, our family unit, and to me, like, I wouldn't want to like, I don't put out that impression, like,
Listen,
that's just not who I am.
if you want to go to the grocery store in pajamas, sure. If you want to go pick up the kids from school in pajamas, I get it. You need to go stop and, get a coffee at Starbucks. You're in sweatpants. Okay. But when it starts to become a problem for me, because people can do whatever they want. I'm not here to say, hey, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here
Mhm.
to dictate what people should and shouldn't wear. All I'm saying is when I read something or there's a five-star restaurant that says suits, jackets, women should dress in appropriate attire, and I follow those instructions, I put in the effort to dress up and put on my best to go to show respect to the restaurant, to the staff, to the chef. and to the fellow patrons, and you show up in cargo shorts and flip-flops, fuck you, you don't get to come in. They should enforce it. Some family of 6, I don't care if you're missing out on a bad Yelp review and a family of 6, a table. Probably tipped shit anyway. But if I was the maitre d', if that was my restaurant, or if I was the host or hostess and I had the power and I saw that, I'd be like, "Wha-
Mhm.
nope, we don't serve. We have a standard here." And we went. So now let's circle back to Gibson's. We go to Gibson's for our 6-month anniversary dinner. I wanted to go there anyways, even though my stepdad mentioned it at Christmas, which is interesting because I wanted to go there anyways. That was my plan for our 6-month anniversary, anyways. That's besides the point. But we go, and it's a little bit better. Most of the people
Mhm.
are dressed somewhat like, I'm in a fucking tuxedo coat, and, she's in a brand new dress that she bought just for this occasion. Like,
Well, it wasn't technically for this, but
well, okay, but that's the first occasion you wore it to.
yes.
And, it was beautiful, black sequins, a silvery shine. She had the nice, black heels. We're dressed like we're going out to a nice dinner. And there's still people around us that are like, you know, not putting forth the effort. And these are older people. Would you say that we were probably, at least in our section, the youngest people?
Oh, yeah.
For sure. This is a professional's restaurant. This is a place where you go where you're going to spend $80 on a steak or $150 on a steak. You're going to do it. This isn't some Outback Steakhouse. And even the older people that I would think would know better are dressed in like, you know, fucking a sweater, or like, you know what I'm saying, or like a polo shirt. Well, technically I was wearing a polo shirt, but I had the tuxedo jacket. You know, um, and it just when like I'm bringing it back. I told you at dinner. I
Mhm.
was like, I'm bringing it back. I'm gonna be a suit guy from now on. I'm wearing suits. I'm gonna buy a bunch of coats. I'm bringing it back every time I leave the house. Go to get milk. Go to the gas station. Go do anything. I'm wearing a suit. I'm bringing it back. I want people to have respect for themselves. I want people to show respect for the establishments they go to and take places
Well,
seriously.
so that was what I was gonna say next is, like, I think there's, like, a sweet spot in the middle. So, like, people that don't have any money can't dress up because they don't have the means to buy clothing to dress up like that.
Yeah, but they're also
People
not going to Gibson's.
let me
All right.
finish. So, like, they're not gonna be dressed up. People that have tons of money, I think, get to the point where, like, they just don't give a shit anymore, and they're like, "Oh, I'm wearing this, whatever brand shirt," and maybe the shirt does cost, $200 for just that shirt, so, like, they feel like because it's a $200 polo, it counts. So, like,
There are
maybe,
there are people out there that are truly non-materialistic like that. I fear that this is going to get into the camera.
um well, no, so I was just gonna say because of the price tag of the shirt, even though the shirt itself is just a polo, because the brand of it
Right.
made it cost $200, they're like,
I know it's a
"Oh."
$200 Gucci shirt.
Right. So but
If
to
they
us
don't know, that's their
correct. And then
problem.
I think there's the people in the middle like us that we actually want to dress up and, like, do dress up and whatever. So, like, I feel like when you get and I mean, old people also just stop caring at some point too, so, like, there's that. However, like I told you, like, there were several times that I caught people staring at me and I made the comment, like, because obviously, like, with the dress that I had on, all my tattoos were out, and so I was
Well, the
saying, like
waitress was all she
well,
was
no,
ready
she
to
loved my
she was
dress
ready to
and my
peel open your
tattoos.
legs and scissor you.
She just liked my dress and my tattoos. Anyways.
Also, real quick,
Oh god,
I also want an
not
opinion on
this.
this. Why is it okay for, and this always
Because I was
happens,
prettier than you.
that fine, maybe. but it wasn't true. Uh, I mean, you are prettier than me, but that's not to say I didn't also look good that night. You looked better than I did, but that doesn't mean I looked like a bag of trash. Anytime I go out or we go out, this has happened a few times. You always get complimented.
Since what
You
are you
get
talking
complimented on
about?
your nails.
Oh, my
You'll get
nails.
complimented on your dress. You'll get complimented on your tattoos.
I mean, my tattoos are
You'll get
pretty awesome.
compliments on all of these things if we go out. Nobody fucking compliments Tony. Where's Tony's compliments?
First of all, okay.
Where's my
Wait,
fucking
wait,
compliments?
pause. So, first of all, my nails, I mean, right now they're just black and silver, but to match my dress and your suit coat and whatever. But my nails usually I do have like amazing designs on them. So like
I didn't say they don't deserve to be complimented.
right, but like you don't have
I was
nails.
wearing a wonderful fitted silver tuxedo coat with a black lapel. I was put together.
I
I
was just
have
trying to
tattoos.
I was just trying to well, okay, so a couple things. One, typically you don't have anything like show like my nails is like uh, to me that's not me because like I'm not the one that did my nails. Like the nail tech is the one that really deserves the compliments because Yuri's amazing and she does a great job with my nails always. But so, like, I was saying, like, it's not like they're complimenting like, it's not like people are like, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty." Like, and then they're like, "Oh, and you're with, this guy." No, like, they're complimenting something like that, like my dress or my nails. Now, my tattoos, yes, you have tattoos, but mine are very colorful, so I feel like that draws attention to them.
It, no, it. You get compliments, and I don't. And there's no difference. I'm put together. You know,
I tell you you're
I
handsome all the
yes,
time.
you do, but and I tell you that you're beautiful. But when we go out, I just think it's not a social norm. It's just not normal. It's not people aren't tuned
Well,
that way.
okay, so like I told you
Compliment me.
like I told you last night at dinner, I think that it would have
She wanted to
been
peel your banana.
I think that it would have been
She wanted to
awkward
scrub your daddy.
if
She wanted to slap your chop.
I think it would have been awkward if she complimented Tony because not that I would have given a shit, but there are women who would take that as like threatening that there's like another woman
May
complimenting their husband.
maybe, but there are plenty of male servers out there.
I don't know.
They've
I don't
never
think
they've never complimented.
yeah, but I don't think
I
they've
don't get
complimented me either.
I
So
don't get
like
comp
we're
well,
we're just at a
I'm gonna start listening. I bet they have. I bet they have. And
I
I
don't
just
think
don't pay
so.
attention because I'm used to it.
I don't think so. I don't get first of all, I don't get compliments very often at all. So, I don't.
Okay. Well, I don't at all. Nobody compliments, and I think it's a male thing. I think people just expect to compliment the lady and don't expect, but you know what? Men like compliments too, folks. You know, a nice. Oh, that's it's a sharp jacket you're wearing there, or you know, other than
I
the people
mean
who think I'm pagan.
I mean,
Are you practicing?
the only time that I've gotten compliments on my outfits, I think are last night my dress and when we got married my dress. I think those are the
Yeah,
2 dresses that I've gotten compliments on.
yeah.
So, like, it's not like and then the other times that I've gotten compliments, it's been about my nails, which I don't take personally because
Her
that has
nails.
nothing to do with me.
Again, yeah, but yeah, you didn't stitch the dress either.
But I made it look
Yeah, okay, you make the nails look good. What do you mean?
I just meant, like, I filled it out nice. Because, like, you could wear something that just doesn't look
Yeah, and
good on
you're right.
you.
I haven't been with you at a restaurant. Somebody's going, "You have amazing cheekbones." Like nobody's like, "Yeah, you're right." Nobody's gone that route. It's generally things that you have no control over. Your nails, your dress, those are nice shoes. But that so what? Just because you're not a cobbler and you didn't stitch the shoes, people are complimenting you and your choice of shoes.
Okay,
I don't get these compliments. And I wear nice shoes too.
okay.
People just don't compliment men because they think men don't want compliments. Well, I'm here to set
Ugh.
the record straight, everybody. compliments go both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I do get compliments on? There's one thing I get compliments on. My
The beautiful choice of wife. I'm kidding.
yes, that too. But my
No, you
wedding
don't.
my wedding ring.
Aw.
People always will point out like, "Oh my god, that's a beautiful ring." Like, yeah, I know. So I do get that compliment, but other than that, I don't get, hey, that's a sweet fresh cut you got there. Nice shoes. What are those? Nice shirt, nice jacket. Nothing. Oh, I did get a compliment on one of my jackets once. That it
See?
made and it made my day. And it was a black lady. If a black lady compliments your jacket, you know you're doing something right. So, so I felt so good. I like left the gas station and I was like, "This is a fucking fresh jacket I'm wearing. Like this is a fucking sweet jacket." And then I was like on this like I was wearing it too much during the day. Like I had to wear it to like Zoom meetings for work. And I was like, "All right, I got to put this jacket away." I haven't worn it since. It's probably a little snug on me now. Which also, I'm gonna end it with this because we have to cut it short because we have to go to the airport. But I'm gonna put it on record for the so that we have a record of it on the podcast because obviously it's a new year. We all have resolutions, and
I don't
most of
have a
us,
resolution.
well, a lot of people have resolutions. Not everybody, but a lot of people take this time to make bullshit resolutions. I don't do resolutions, but recently, I've been having some return back issues and I'm fearful that I might need fusion surgery, which is the next step from the surgery that I had a few years ago. So I am now on a tear. I probably won't go today because I'm not going to want to when I come back from the airport. But starting tomorrow, uh, going to the gym to build the core. Now I'm not doing this to like as like a weight loss journey. I'm not going to do that, but it's inevitably going to be a byproduct of what I'm doing. So, I just want it on record, uh, on this day, 6th month of our anniversary from our wedding. I am vowing to not be a Pizza the Hut. That's right, folks. My wife.
No, do not put that on
My
me.
wife.
No. No. Tell it how the conversation really went.
We took picture. The
Beautiful
the
pictures.
waitress. Okay.
Those ones, okay. I didn't like the pictures. People, I don't know how to pose. The pictures that we've shown where like I actually look decent in a photo,
She looks decent. She
there
looks
are
good in every
two
photo. I don't know
things.
what she's talking about.
Two things. I can look good in a picture if I can see myself so that I can like position so that I don't look stupid. Or if Nikki poses me, my friend that's the photographer that takes all of my professional pictures, if Nikki poses me and tells
Okay.
me what to do, I can do that. I can
Right.
take direction. Or if I can physically see myself, so like if we use the ring light and set it up and I can see what I look like, I can make sure that I don't do stupid things. Otherwise, I am completely non self aware of like how I'm standing and like stupid things that I'm like doing with my arms and like I don't know. So the pictures of us standing up, I think I have a stupid look on my face, and, like, my one arm is like, I don't know what I'm
All
doing.
right. Well, point is,
Whatever.
we took the pictures at the table,
I liked those ones of
and
us sitting down.
the angle that we were at,
I
and
thought we looked
to
cute.
be honest,
Other than the glare. I
it
didn't like the glare that
you
was, like,
know
right above your head.
the
You
way
looked
we
like
were situated,
I
um,
thought we looked cute together.
I was I looked like Jabba the Hutt, and
And so
I hated it.
he said Jabba the Hutt, and for whatever reason in my brain, I went to
First of all,
the
no, no, no,
Pizza the
no,
Hut.
no, no. I said Jabba the Hutt, and you're like, well, that's a good thing, and I was like, what? And you're like, yeah, 'cause then I could eat you, and I was like, what does that even fucking mean? I was like, have you seen Star Wars? And she's like, yeah, you made a pizza, and I was like, Are you talking about Spaceballs? The parody of Star Wars? And then, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm Pizza
So
the Hut.
now he's Pizza the Hut.
Oh, I am.
And that's what you
You
said.
agreed. See, I told you. It's on record.
Oh my, I repeated after him. Anyways, I love you as is. And I am not the one that said any of that. I just mistook Jabba and Pizza the Hut in my brain. And I like pizza. So I was like, that's cool because I like pizza. And then I can just lick you and you'll taste like
It's
pizza.
so weird. It's the weirdest thing I've ever fucking heard. Um, well, the goal is to strengthen my core so that my back feels better. And as a byproduct, not look edible to my wife.
I mean, if we're being honest, you're just always going to look edible to
Okay.
me.
Well, I want to look more like a snack and not a pizza.
Pizza is a snack.
Pizza's a meal. It's not a snack. Anyway, that's been the podcast. You fucking weirdo.
You married me.
I did. I married you. 6 months. It's a short one. Nice little bite-sized episode. Uh, we will return next week, of course. Higher. And oh, no, we're gonna get kicked off. We'll probably do the next one will be Pennsylvania.
Yeah, as long
Over.
as you don't forget to bring the stuff.
Yeah, I know. Fucking, I gotta remember. All right. So that's
Wait,
been it.
can you act like you're happy you've been married to me 6 months?
I'm ecstatic. What do you mean? Of course.
I mean, because
Best
you
6 months of my
were
life.
calling me a weirdo and
Yeah, I love your weirdness. I don't love that you think I look like Pizza the Hut, but
I don't think okay, I would like to go on record and say, I don't think that you look like Pizza
okay.
the Hut. I have always loved everything about you, and I just told you that this morning when I was telling you that I think that you're more handsome every single day. And
I appreciate
we have
that.
a streak on Snapchat, and you have sent me pictures in like barely awake with your albuterol asthma thingy on. You've sent me all kinds of crazy pictures, and I love every single one. And I think you're handsome in every single one. So I am married to the most handsome man in the world. And if you think that you look like Pizza the Hut
No, no, no. I think I
or
look like
Jabba the
Jabba
Hutt,
the Hutt, not Pizza the Hut. I
and
think
that's
Pizza the
on
Hut's worse.
that's on you. I mean, I like pepperonis. Doesn't he have pepperonis? Don't they like bubble out of his
I
like pizza
I
sauce?
have not seen that movie since I was
Oh
a
my gosh.
child.
Okay, so quick side note, I super love that movie because if you don't know, like I'm named after a Japanese anime princess called Star Blazers, and that movie is very similar to all of those parody movies too. Like all of them have like the same theme where like Fifth Element, Spaceballs, like all of that stuff has like the same theme where there's like a princess who the world's going to be destroyed and the princess has to
Star
save the
Wars.
world. All I know, but like I'm saying, like all of those movies have the same, and the anime that I'm named after have the same theme. So like growing up, I loved all of them. So like all of those have a special place to me because like of the show that I'm named after, which is the same as like same premise as all of those. So I love all of
Yeah, I
them.
mean that's one of the most famous tropes. Is, gotta save the princess.
No, but the princess saves the world in mine.
Right. Okay. Well, that is a little bit different, but that
Right.
is very Star Warsy. But
So
yes,
that's what I'm saying. So like I'm the princess
I
that
think
saves the
Star Wars
world.
came first, though.
I don't know. I would have to look at the dates.
Well, Star Wars was what 70, 73,
Sure.
something
I
around
don't
there,
know.
and I think Star Blazers was like 80.
No, it came in the 70s. I came in 82.
Okay, they might be very close.
I don't know.
In fact,
Anyway.
I should look that up because Star Wars is just a amalgamation of like samurai lore, some anime, some. It's like George Lucas like cherry picked from like a bunch of different genres and put that. together. Anyways, all right.
Anyways.
That's a pod. So we'll come back to you with in person Pennsylvania in a week, a little bite-sized episode. This has been Two Teas in a Pod. I am Tony,
And I'm Tralana.
and we will catch you on the flip side. Oh.